says the designation's being made over what he describes as the theft of U.S. assets and alleged involvement in terrorism, drug smuggling, and human trafficking. The president says he'll address the nation tonight.
In a Truth Social post, the president said he will speak from the White House at 9 p.m. Eastern. He did not provide any details about what he will be speaking about. Trump ended his post by saying, "It has been a great year for our country, and the best is yet to come." I'm Mark Mayfield.
Director Rob Reiner's son is being charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder for the stabbing deaths of his parents. The L.A. County DA, Nathan Hochman, making that announcement Tuesday, saying Nick Reiner would most likely face life in prison without parole. The bodies of Rob and Michelle Reiner were found in their L.A. home Sunday, as Jim Roop reports by Rob Reiner's daughter.
The report says a massage therapist contacted Romy Reiner Sunday after no one answered the gate at her parents' home. Romy arrived moments later with a roommate and discovered her father dead. The Associate says Romy then left the house without seeing her mother's body and was later told by paramedics her mother was also dead.
A manhunt continues for the unidentified suspect in a shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island that left 2 students dead. More than a dozen people were injured in the shooting over the weekend. The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. The 2 National Guardsmen recently killed in Syria will come back to American soil today. President Trump will be at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware for the dignified transfer of the 2 soldiers, both shot and killed along with a civilian interpreter by an attacker who ambushed a convoy last weekend. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is WOON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning. Time for Coffee Ann once again here on ON Radio, Wednesday morning, December the 17th. Thanks for joining us this morning. My name's Joe Callahan, and that's Melissa Smith from the St. Antoine Communities. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning.
And Tim Draper is here from Navigant Credit Union. Hey, Tim. Now, you were the little slow getting in this morning. Were you behind some trucks?
I was stuck behind 2 school buses. Not one, but 2. One in Cumberland and then one in Lincoln.
And they're both stopping and picking up kids.
Both stopping and picking kids up. I'm like, oh, this is painful. I'm watching the clock. Then Joe calls me like, Melissa's here. Where are you?
He's always here. He's always here first.
I am never first.
That's right.
And I actually pulled in thinking, oh, Tim must be sick.
Where's Tim's truck?
Or Tim messed up his schedule. And
nope.
Because yes, you are so timely and efficient.
I will always call when I'm not going to.
You're the best student in front of the class.
I kept checking my phone. I go, do I get a text from Tim? Nope, there's nothing there. So maybe I just want to know, were you stuck somewhere? What's going on?
As soon as I pulled out of my street, there was a school bus
right away.
2 streets down with the lights flashing. Like, oh no!
That timing has never happened to you before.
No,
here.
No. Usually, if I leave my house by exactly 7:30 or like 25 past 7, I will get here plenty of time. Plenty of time. That's why I'm usually here early. But I missed it. You got a commercial spot you got to do.
So congratulations, Melissa.
I know.
So it is time for
I get cookies.
It's time for our first message from the St. Antoine community. So that's over to you, Melissa.
Oh yeah. So it is that time of year. You know, we are going to be talking, I'm sure, on the air a lot about it. This is the holiday season and all the happenings and all the things and all the germs and all the things. So yes, this is an especially important message from where I sit. But St. Antoine community is obviously a long-term care community in northern Rhode Island. And we service all kinds of levels of care, from assisted living to short and long-term skilled care, rehab, memory care, all of it, you name it. And I mentioned that in tying it into the holiday season because you're going to be visiting with loved ones. And usually what happens is, you pop in, you see mom and dad or an aging sister or someone falls and breaks a hip, something, right? There's ice in the parking lot here. It's everywhere. It's going to keep happening over the next few weeks. And and you're going to need help possibly. You're going to need guidance, or you're going to just want to understand, what am I seeing? Is it of concern? And I just encourage you, if you have questions about your loved one and whatever's going on, whatever emergent situation might be developing, or even not really emergent, just sort of concerned, I just want to encourage you to reach out ahead of time, because there's a real, obviously, weight of strain on healthcare right now, and facilities are filling up very quickly this time of year, and we want to make sure that you have options and that you've had a chance to shop around and check out our competitors as well as ourselves, meet with us, ask questions, all the things. So this message is about preparation and planning and tying it to the holiday season. So you can call me at 401-767-3500 or email me at msmith@santantoine.net, and I'd be happy to walk you through your situation and give you the best advice I can. Thank you.
All right, Melissa, thank you very much. All right, of course, the still, and it's going to be the big story for a while, is the Brown University shooting. I don't know if you two have any things you want to say about it. Not,
well,
Are you asking if we know who it is?
Yeah.
Well, that would
asking
be great.
everybody.
That we'd go for a real coup right
my
there.
Gosh.
I'm going to say something that's weird.
All right.
So yesterday, while I was convalescing, I was flipping through Facebook, and there had to be 4 or 5 posts from different places that showed an enhanced image of this guy. They took one of the images of the guy walking down the street
And blew it up?
and made it so that you could almost identify his eyes
Okay.
and his glasses. And I'm thinking, wow, that's. I know the FBI has all these crazy tools that they can do stuff like that. I'm like, oh, but I'm saying this is really good. Then I hear on the news, all that stuff is fake. Don't look at it. And I'm thinking to
What are
myself,
you supposed to look at?
what are you supposed to look at?
I know.
I mean, we know we get the guy coming, we see him, and one, which is the other weirdness is one time he has a backpack on over his shoulder,
And one
another
time he doesn't.
Yeah.
But he's walking around the streets randomly, or not randomly. In his case, he knew what he was doing, I guess. But I'm just wondering, if somebody can AI generate that quality of an image, why can't the FBI?
I know.
Why can't the FBI release an image that looks like that? Because it almost looked like the guy had glasses on.
I know.
So,
Yep.
but now I'm thinking, okay, so now what do you really
That,
believe?
I think, is the jam now for any kind of case, is just oversaturation, and then you
Right.
don't know what to believe, and then you get frustrated and you give up.
Right.
And I do think it's going to take the public identifying this person, their gait, the way they walk,
Right.
all of that.
Definitely
Those
had
are
a unique
critical
walk, had a
definitely.
unique,
Body
physical
posture,
appearance.
all the things. But
Right.
yeah, you're just sitting there watching this, and similar, I've seen things circulate. And they keep saying, like, follow the City of Providence page, or
Right.
follow the whatever. And then you go to those pages, and honestly, I have to say, because every press conference they keep saying that, and I'm going there, I'm like, there's really not a lot of current information here.
Yeah.
So I don't want to blame their communications or their social media people, but then you're thinking, we work in marketing. I'm
Yeah.
like, someone would be designated to, like, every...
This is your job. Make sure every
and
piece
putting
of
your
information
seal,
is
like your
current.
stamp seal of approval on that with
Right.
every post you put, and that's where you want to lead people, and they're not really keeping up with that. So I agree with you. It's sort of this swirling space of, like, what to believe, what are you looking at, and I even was watching the video of, like, the walk, and I'm like, oh, I've been driving through my parents' neighborhood, and I've noticed this guy walking very similar with the same stomach, and but that guy looks to be in his 20s. It's like a college kid of one of my
Yeah.
mom's neighbors, and I'm like, well, do I hold that inside, or do I do something with it? And how many people are feeling that way? And you're like, I doubt it's him, but you just don't know. And
don't.
and it probably isn't, by the way, who I'm
Yeah.
referencing. But it's just that feeling of, like, people may have an idea, but now they feel like, with that announcement in mind,
Yeah.
maybe what I'm looking at is not accurate, and
Right.
I don't want to waste
Everybody's
people's
time.
So it's and I know the snow added another layer, of course, because if you watch them on the news, like,
Yeah,
shuffling their
shuffling
feet
through
through the
yeah.
snow, trying to find evidence, and then the no bag thing. I'm like, well, okay, I'm sure they froze. Pardon the pun with the snow, but froze trash removal. And because what if he pulled it off and put it in a dumpster somewhere? You know, you hope that they haven't eliminated any trash out of the area, just in case that
Yeah,
satchel
good
might
point.
be in a can.
Good point,
Well, maybe
yeah.
I just gave them my idea.
I don't know. It's
but
probably too late. 4
If
days
my
later.
head's swirling and I'm not even directly connected to this, or on any level, I'm not an investigator, nothing. I'm not a parent of a student at Brown, whatever. I'm tired and stressed about the whole situation, and it's day 5, and
Yeah.
you're worried that maybe this isn't going to surface anytime soon.
If I was a parent of a Brown student, I think I would be very frustrated at the fact that there were no cameras in that building.
Yeah.
And I understand the Attorney General's point yesterday about it's an older building. They built this new building 5 years ago. It's got all the newest, latest, greatest technology. So then none of the other old buildings matter? How many other buildings on that campus don't have cameras in them? And, an organization that's got certainly a
A large
billion
endowment.
dollar endowment, billions with
They
an
have the
S
money.
dollar
They have
endowment.
the money,
They
yeah.
can go and put cameras in a building,
Yeah.
right? And it's not a matter of it's not in the budget. Oh well, you find room in the budget in today's day and age. I
Yeah.
would think.
And even the $50,000 reward, I kind of laughed at that. I understand.
Too low.
I'm like, not that wouldn't be great if I discovered, and not that I'd be the person
Right.
to keep it anyways. I'd gift it, but I think.
At least you qualified that
Like,
with I
wait a
think.
minute. The credit card bill's a little high.
Yeah,
That's how,
but
but no,
Christmas
no,
time.
you know what I mean. I'd gift it to the families of the
Yeah.
victims, but I just think it's not attractive enough for people who also feel like if maybe you know that person or their circle or something, there has to be more to pull me in because maybe they're fearful, maybe they're whatever. Who knows the circle?
Maybe it'll
it just
bump up
seemed
in
low to
over
me.
time.
You're talking about Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, like you just said, they have major endowment. I don't know who's funding that. If it's the state police, I don't know who funds that
Oh, the
amount of money. The
$50,000.
reward.
I think
FBI.
Oh, is the FBI?
But
doing
I'd be
that?
that's
shocked.
FBI
There's not
thing.
an alumni that isn't like, listen, I'm going
I'll
to
give you $1
triple
million
that.
bucks.
Like
you find,
we
you
need,
find somebody to
you know.
That hasn't come out yet, though. But after talking with Chief Oates here in Woonsocket, he goes, "There's so much that the police don't tell you.
Yeah. Well, that's
And,
the thing. They don't want to scare
We're only
the guy.
going to we're only going to release a little, and so this is all we got. We don't know what they have.
Right.
So-
But then you have to remember that there's a public out there that has social media that you
Yeah.
know we haven't had years ago in the old school the way FBI used to do things. Now it's spread so fast. You have AI generated images, enhanced images of people that are apparently not accurate.
No,
And they're going to start. So they're circulating on social media.
I think that's the other part too that keeps you're trying to understand and justify a lot the footage that has come out from the cameras on the houses through the east side. I mean, you just keep saying to yourself like, "There's only 2 or 3 angles that I've seen," and you're like, "There's thousands of houses
Are
on
there
that
more?
street." They
That's
even
right.
said if you own a Tesla on
Yeah.
that street.
Yeah.
Like, I guess
That's
you
right,
can go
yeah.
back so many days even. But I'm like, have they even, I keep seeing the same images. Have they even gone and looked like a whole week prior to see if they have the ability to overlap images too, like video content. Well,
this
they
is back
must have
to
So I
something.
wonder
more of
if
we
you-
don't know what
Probably,
they have.
probably.
If you live on the east side and you live anywhere near that area, and you haven't called the police yet,
I know.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why would you not be calling? I'd be like, hey, listen,
No.
I got a Ring camera on the front of my house, and I got 2
Come
on
take
the
a look at
sides.
it, yeah.
I don't know how to get to that information. Why don't you send
Oh,
somebody
they
over and
do.
see if you can find out?
But it
Yeah.
makes you feel like it must be anonymous, and I feel bad if you've already kind of like gone through this multiple days in a row on the
No,
air.
things changed over the
But it's this
different
feeling
days.
too of like, some of these victims of the shooting are getting released from the hospital.
Yeah, another one got released yesterday.
I'm going to assume they have no idea who this person is. They've never seen them before. So it's not someone, so automatically by process of elimination, you're thinking probably not a janitor, probably not a professor or whatever, all the different layers of possibility in your day-to-day path. So then
I'm
you're
sure
like,
they've been
is this
asked,
just
yeah.
anonymous? And then it's just even weirder. Like what makes you think like, oh, I'm going to go walk into this engineering building on Brown's campus and just pick
Well,
these.
there's all
There
sorts
has
of,
to be an attachment. No,
He has to.
There's all sorts of rumors
Yeah, I know.
going around.
But the reality is,
I
he
don't know that
cased
I've
the
heard
building
those.
for days before. So
Probably.
clearly, he had that target in mind.
Yeah.
But did he know that there were no cameras in that building? And if he did, then it's clearly somebody affiliated with Brown. Because you're
In
not
some way.
In some
They would know-
way.
they would know that.
Right, that they would know that.
or even the fact that he had a black mask on, and I work in healthcare, so
Yeah.
people who are not feeling well automatically put their masks on, right? But we've kind of gotten past the cloth ones. We're just back to disposables for the most
Yeah.
part. If you're not feeling great, you're throwing a quickie disposable
Yeah.
on. If you see someone in a cloth one, you're like,
Outside, too.
they gotta stand
I
out
know,
a little bit.
I know people who still wear a mask all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Okay.
And they're young.
Now, what do you think? Because I'm watching some national media, and they are highly critical
Oh yeah.
of what is going on here in Rhode Island, of the state police, of the FBI, of the city of Providence, of the police chief in Providence. It's all because it's not what they're used to from, unfortunately, other mass shootings, and it's not going by the script, where we should have the person in custody by now, or they'd be dead
See,
by now.
it's funny as like a Rhode Islander, I feel like we're watching it like to the minute because it's in our
Yeah.
local news and everything like that. And I was thinking about exactly that because I do think they're being highly critical on the national news. But even with was it Utah, the stabbing out in Utah by that serial
Mm-hmm.
killer guy? That didn't happen that developed over time. He was unaffiliated at first, I think, to like those students. It was hard for them to find out what his attachment and affiliation was.
In Iowa? In Iowa? With the
Iowa?
4 kids?
The
Those
four
students?
in the apartment building.
Idaho.
Idaho?
Is that the one?
University of Idaho.
Yeah,
Idaho. Yes, Idaho.
Up at
Sorry.
the University of Idaho.
But, so I think we're also, our recollection of all of these examples, which are all awful and tragic, and the fact that we talk about this so often is ridiculous, but it's over the course of sometimes several weeks. So we are, as much as we're like, it's day 5, it's also day 5. And if it's not a direct connection, like a janitor, a TA, a disgruntled student, if it's not a direct, like, immediate connection, then it might take a while to investigate this. I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just trying to be compassionate to the hours that they're putting in. And they do have access to all of these resources. There must be frustration within those departments as well.
Providence Police are looking for the public's help, especially if you have any private video, if you're on Waterman, Hope, Ives, and Angel Streets.
Why aren't every single one of the people on that street? I mean, not everybody has a Ring camera, obviously.
Well, right.
But for those that do, you would think that every single one of those people
Come to my house and take a
or the
look.
police would have knocked on the
Neighborhood
door. and
meeting.
said,
Everyone come over.
They're supposed to be going door to door.
Yeah.
Asking, can we see your Ring camera video if you have any?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Do you think they're afraid? I'm going to add one more thing. I'm
Go ahead.
probably the person for the message, and you can take my message if you want to. Do you think, because of the few little clips that we've seen, it is kind of identifying where those houses footage is coming from?
That's why they haven't put a map out yet.
But I'm wondering, like, would you be worried as a homeowner if you can kind of identify what the front of my house looks like? You're putting this on national news, and is it going to make me a target with this guy because now I've showed you my location? Is he going to come back and harm me? I guess maybe that's something to think about. Maybe why people aren't coming forward as well.
Well, that's why it would be nice to see a map. Well, do you want to do a message from Melissa?
We do got to get to one, but quick last statement, last thought.
I'll make my message short.
It would be interesting to see a map.
Yeah.
To see and watch and have them draw the guy's movements prior to that they have for all these cameras. Like
All like on
here,
Angel
this
Street
is what he was
and-
doing. This is what, and see what that looks like. And then, not that may it say anything, but at least you'll know, okay, well, if he was in these, how about these cameras out here?
Yeah.
We need to look at these cameras over here and maybe expand your search a little bit, see if you can find the guy. He didn't just come out of thin air.
No, and it makes you think. You watch all these like CSIs, Law and Orders, or whatever, and they've got their like vision boards and the strings and the pictures, and you have to wonder, what does that headquarters look like? It has to be all of what you're talking about, the map, and then crossing. It's all
And
the
how did he
things.
get away so fast?
And how?
Yeah.
And
Where's the car?
Yeah.
Where's the vehicle?
Was there a car? Did he get on a bus?
Did he get on a
Or
bus?
did he get on a bus? You don't know. Melissa, time for a second message, please, from the St. Antoine communities. Then we'll take a quick break.
All right, I'll lift up the energy. Here we go. So I've mentioned on the air a couple weeks in a row that we have had some beautiful wreaths on display at St. Antoine residents, all donated from friends, caregivers, local companies, just looking to bring a little joy to our community for this time of year, but also to generate a little bit of fundraising dollars. So we've had a silent auction for, I think I originally said 23. I think it's 28 wreaths in the hallway of 10 Rhodes Avenue. And today is the last day to get your bids in. So if you've been sort of stalling, because that's the new strategy, we've been doing this 8 years now, and we're like, why are the bids not there yet? Oh, yeah, that's right. The last few years, it's because everyone knows to come in the last day and the final hour, and then it becomes just a pure on bidding war. Yeah, dollar for dollar. So if you are interested in swinging by 10 Rose Avenue, North Smithfield, St. Antoine residents, do it before 1 o'clock today. I will be calling all the winners and encouraging you to pick up your wreath by the end of the week. We do this a little earlier than I'd like. I'd like for them to stay up right till Christmas Day, but we do it so you can bring home your wreaths right away and enjoy them for the holiday season or gift them. So thank you again to all our sponsors, donors, crafters, you name it, to everyone who's participating.
Very good, Melissa. All right, comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240. More Coffee and coming up. Stay tuned.
OM 1240. Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse offers authentic homemade Polish food to make your next meal special. Try our many varieties of hot and fresh pierogies with onions and what they call dirty sour cream. Or pick up golubki, kielbasa, babkas, or some fresh rye bread. We also offer a large selection of specialty and imported foods. Open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 9 in the morning till 6 p.m., Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays from 8 to 5 p.m. It's Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse. Follow us on Facebook and learn about our weekly specials. Located at 855 Social Street, Woonsocket, Krakow Deli Bakery Smokehouse has all the authentic Polish foods you love.
Before you head to Wachusett Mountain, head to Wachusett.com.
Buy your tickets in advance and save. You can also buy lessons, rentals, and more.
Your day on the slopes is just one click away.
For our live webcam,
Latest conditions,
and discounted tickets,
go to Wachusett.com.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Nugget Bells, Nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
We will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The Coffee and panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
Alrighty, Coffee and right here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. It's Joe Callahan along with Tim Draper and Melissa Smith, and we talk about the Brown University shooting. But the other thing is a shooting in Brookline, Massachusetts, of another highly educated MIT professor.
Engineering.
Shot in his Brookline home.
Right.
47-year-old Nuno F.G. Loureiro was shot Monday night at his home. Loureiro was taken to an area hospital. He died Tuesday morning. Police have not said as what led up to the shooting or if there's a suspect. So another bizarre. So
that's one where you look at it and you go, did he fail a student that can't handle not being failed? Can't handle being failed, and they just freak out?
Don't
know.
Clearly
people snap. Look at Rob Reiner's kid.
So look at Rob Reiner's kid. That's right.
Oh, it was just such a heartbreaking weekend.
Yeah, it was bad.
All around.
Announcements and all the things. And for those of us, like, I'll just paint the picture. You know, my oldest came home this weekend, and of course, like all the feels, they're coming home, they're tired. Joe, I'm sure, same thing, right? Like,
she hasn't come home yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is exam week.
My kid came home Friday night, had 2 papers left to submit, but wanted to just, and already wrote them, but just wanted to like edit them quick. Was like, I'm going to come home and do that from home Saturday morning. So officially done Friday night. But my point is, you know, the 12-hour sleep cycles to catch up, like. Just a lot of sleeping, a lot of resting, whatever. So I felt like she resurfaced Sunday night or whatever, and we're watching footage on the Brown story, and she just sat there so quietly and was like quietly crying, and I'm like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Do you know someone on Brown campus?" She's like, "Well, I know kids there." She's like, "It's not that."
So
She's
my
like,
daughter.
I
knows
just felt
someone there.
I feel so guilty sitting here on my couch right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why am I here? Mm-hmm. You know, when you go into that headspace, and I wasn't looking at it from that perspective. I'm thinking, you know, if she were 10, I'm not even sure if I would let her watch the news for the story. Being so local, I didn't want to create fear. Like, she's, you know, almost 19 years old. She's in college, whatever. Don't think about changing the channel, but I did not think it was going to impact her into this whole swirling set of emotions that she just inserted herself right away. This could have been me. This could have been my friends. I could have been in the building.
It's college campus. She's at the right age.
How many college kids are feeling that way?
Oh, sure.
It's exam time. Yep. They're all, you know, you're all
stress
working towards one
super
goal.
High
the stress level. All
look at
things.
Look at what all the colleges in not all of them, but some of the colleges did in Rhode Island. Okay, no more in-person final exams. Everything is on.
Yeah.
URI did this. PC did this.
Bryant did it.
Bryant did it too. Okay, it's all online.
Yeah.
For final exams.
Yeah.
Some have canceled their final exams.
Right. Well, Brown definitely canceled them.
Yeah.
But it made me realize too. I mean, she, you know, they're being critical. Like, how did people not see anything in the building? How did the students not see anything? She's like, Mom, do you know, like, people walk around like zombies?
Yeah.
She's like, you know,
blinders on. We're walking straight ahead.
I can't even tell you what I ate every day. Like, I don't even know. It's just library for multiple days leading up to exams. And she's like, these kids are at Brown. Like, they're in study sessions right before leading up to exams. They're exhausted. They're probably not aware of their surroundings. I'm sure that's probably part of the problem. So I just wanted to close with that a little.
All right.
Well, I gotta close myself. So what I found, another interesting thing, and I'm not being critical of students by any stretch of the imagination, but this is such a social media. Let me grab my video camera on my phone and shoot this because I want to make sure everybody sees what I see. I'm just surprised that during that situation, some kids didn't have their phones out trying to record it.
Too busy getting to safety.
I know. Safety, panicked, you know, whatever. I get that. But certainly somebody had the presence of mind to shoot everybody sitting underneath the desks.
I saw that when the police came in to rescue them.
So did somebody could somebody have thrown their camera up in the air and just kind of done one of these?
Or does that make you a target?
Maybe.
Yeah. So.
And I guess that's the reason why. Yeah. But we videotape every other awful human act ever.
But not that one.
Yeah.
So,
well, you think to yourself too, it's an older building. Let's use Bryant as a comparative, right? A lot of the Bryant buildings now have these like glass
rooms. Everything's wide open.
Everything's
nothing's
glass.
So you can see.
Right. So there's nowhere to hide, right? And so these rooms are like old school cement walls, little wooden door with a little pane of glass viewing out into the hallway. That might have, probably been it too. That you're really not seeing anything. You're just not. Maybe. But it's lots of questions.
All right. Moving on to a different subject. We got a note called in, 766-1240. Pro sports. A quick and factual comment on the officials that allow rants and unspeakable acts and language, especially in the NBA and the NFL. And it happens throughout the game. There's a rule that they don't abide by, and it's out of hand, and the call should be unsportsmanlike conduct, and it's a bad influence for kids who look up to their idols. I don't know what the unspeakable acts are. The ranting and why the NFL, mostly the NFL, I don't watch the NBA too much, but mostly the NFL, why they have microphones down and shoving it in the players' faces during the game.
Wired up?
Who are wired up and not being able to bleep out the bad words. I don't know why they think this is a good idea. But I remember back in my playing days, played baseball and hockey, and hockey's a far more intense game. And so when I would make a bad play on the ice, I get mad at me. I'm not mad at the other players. I'm mad at me. So I would swear at me out loud. Well, the ref gave me a whistle. I'm like, there's nobody around me. What in the world is the call on sportsmanlike conduct for swearing on the ice?
Really? Interesting.
I couldn't believe I was called for it.
Huh. Do they still do it?
Well, that's the point I think the caller here is trying to make.
Yeah,
and then certainly not in the pros. And then, they're going to let the Bruins say whatever they want on the ice.
Yeah.
Can we maybe consider not even just holding them accountable, but fans in the stands too? Because that is cringeworthy in a lot of regards.
But the refs can't. Well, in hockey, the refs can't hear unless the play is stopped, and then they can do something.
The last couple of games I've sat in have been absolutely. And my kids are older, but I'm like, holy cow! I can't believe that. And at some high school games, I can't get over the language that's coming out of their mouths right now with little kids, especially at high school games. There's little siblings around. It's all
on the ice during high school games. When I saw this with my son, the language is pretty bad, and the refs let it go. They really focus in on the coaches.
Yeah,
and if the coaches are swearing at them, they let them go for a little while. Then if you don't, and I've heard it, if you don't stop, you're out of the game. I used to do the PA, so I was able to hear a lot of what was going on down on the ice, and unfortunately. We didn't have, or the town didn't have, they do now, but they didn't have a girls' hockey team. So there was one girl on the guys' hockey team. Yikes.
Yeah.
And there was one African-American who was the best player on the team, by the way.
Yeah.
And he heard it. But the guys would rally around him and really hit the other team.
Yeah.
So,
well,
but good. Do the refs call it? Not when they're talking, not with the language. They really have let that part go, especially in the college. And your husband would probably know this too. And in the pro level, they're not going to let it go. What the unspeakable acts are, I don't see what that's happening.
Well, spitting, I would imagine, would be one of them.
Spitting?
Yeah, that's
Baseball
what's
happens all
A.J.
the
Brown
time.
got called for that? Was it A.J. Brown or Jamar Chase? One of those guys in football didn't he get
he
suspended again because he spit on something? Yeah, that's what I mean. Unspeakable acts, spit on something.
All right, that's one. And he got called for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but it's the refs are going to worry about calling the game correctly.
My concern
pretty bad
with the
calls
refs,
in the last Patriots game.
I've heard a lot more about it lately, and I'm not sure if it's legitimate criticism or not. But a lot of these calls that are being made, and it's not just the Patriots game. I saw the game. We just stunk in the second half.
Well, that's true.
We lost. We lost the game. That's not the refs' fault. Although there were a couple of calls that I'd be like,
could have gone either way.
Right.
Really. Yeah.
But in other games throughout the league, there seems to be a lot of calls, and they always seem to be around a game that's being bet on heavily. And so I guess the big question out there now is, are the refs influencing the outcome of a game based on sports betting? And because sports betting is becoming so big and so powerful in sports, is this now what we have to deal with?
There was an NBA referee about 10 years ago.
Right.
That was thrown out because he was
right.
influenced the end of the game.
Right.
Which team was going to win.
Right. So
for betting purposes.
And of course, I realize this is sports talk radio and that they have to have stuff to talk about. But it certainly raises the question if it's all about money and all about influence. And if the referees are the folks that can influence the outcome of a game and not overtly do it, maybe a flag here, maybe a flag there, prevents a drive, kills momentum. That could have an outcome on a game. And for people who are betting these razor-thin margins, that is a big difference. I wonder how much that has any influence
it might.
At this moment or in the future.
Brian Walsh will not be sentenced today. He was supposed to be sentenced today. He will be sentenced tomorrow. I don't know why they're pushing it off, just the way it goes. But like that, it's been rescheduled for tomorrow. No reason was given for the delay. He is facing a mandatory life sentence without the possibility of parole.
They convicted him of killing her too, right?
Yes, first degree murder.
Okay, premeditated. I'm thinking about it. Here's what I'm going to do. I did my Google search.
A lot of them.
Stupid.
And we got you on video going into the Lowe's to buy the stuff that you Googled to go get.
Right, I know. So stupid.
So
he does belong in jail forever.
He's going to be in there for all the rest of his time. So there you go. All right, break time once again here on Coffee In. More coming up. Time for the forecast being brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high of 44 degrees and a breeze over 30 miles an hour from the southwest. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 26. Thursday's weather, mostly sunny with a high of 51 and calm wind. Thursday night, the rain comes in. A quarter of an inch of rain is possible and an overnight low of 40 degrees. A breeze from the south over 30 miles per hour. Friday, rain mainly before 4 p.m. High of 57 degrees, breezy too, with those breezes from the south coming up over 40 miles per hour. 100% chance of rain on Friday. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 39. Sunday, partial sunshine, 46, and a west wind to 20. Monday, sunny with a high near 34. And Tuesday, partly sunny with a high of 37 degrees and a chance of snow.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, mostly cloudy skies, and it's kind of chilly, 35 degrees. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
ON AM and FM.
All right, it is Coffee In on ON. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Melissa Smith and Tim Draper. Tim, time for a first message from Navigant Credit Union.
So, folks, it's coming to the close of our season of giving at Navigant Credit Union, where we're trying to encourage everybody to be generous at this time of the year. It's always fun to receive gifts. I will attest to that. But it's also equally as rewarding if you give a little of yourself. And if you are in the position where you can give of your time, talent, and treasure to a local organization, a nonprofit, some group that's doing some really good things in the community, then we encourage you to do so. And one of those ways you can do that is stop by a branch and purchase one of our spoons to support the Navigant Credit Union Charitable Foundation's Feed Our Eye campaign. And that is where we are going to raise money to support the program, support a program that's run through Feed Our Eye called their school-based pantry programs. It's actually more than just school-based. It's also community-based food pantry programs. And every dollar that we raise through this effort in the branches for the foundation, the credit union will match up to $20,000. They've raised it, by the way, from 15 to 20 because we got to that $15,000 goal. So we are now increased our goal because we think we can raise some really good money for the Feed RI program. So if you want to help and support one of your local charities, then please do so. If you're not sure who to support, but you want to go in and support somebody, you can buy a spoon at our branch of any denomination, $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever you want. Go into the branch and do so, or you can make that contribution online at our on our website at navigantcu.org. And we just encourage you to be generous this holiday season. Thanks.
All right, Tim, thanks. We got a note called in, 766-1240. Just on two different notes. One talking about the bad language with the sports, just says the NBA is the worst, which is quite possible. I haven't... used to be such a huge Celtics fan. I just so fallen off the table on the NBA. I don't know what happened. But
the NBA is
college basketball is fun, but I don't know what was going on in my mind with the NBA. But anyway, to Tim, we'd like to give a shout out to one of your employees, Mia Blanchette, a representative at the Navigant Woonsocket branch right here at Park Square.
She's awesome.
She helped call her out with professionalism and courtesy with the transition going to the new MasterCard.
Excellent.
So thank you, Mia. So good for her.
Good for you, Mia. Thanks
Just
very
the
much
name
for
Mia
being
sounds pleasant.
It's awesome. She's
it's
actually
like you automatically know it's a.
She's super nice.
Yeah.
She really is.
Oh, so you know her personally?
Yeah, we met at Christmas parties and stuff like that.
I don't know any
so.
Mia that's mean. I can't think
You
of
can't-
a
you
Mia in
can't
my
be
life.
mean?
That's
I will
not a
say,
nice-
I don't know every employee at the credit union because we now have 445
tough
of them
to
or
know
something
everybody.
like that. When I started, just think of this. When I started, we had 3 branches and 55 employees.
Okay.
I knew
So that's
everybody.
easy. Yeah.
We were all in the same location.
Yeah.
Right? You knew everybody. But in today, 29 years later, and here we are. It's become a.
I think you should make it your job to know everybody's name, Tim.
Wow.
I don't remember what I just had for
Start
breakfast,
studying
Melissa.
flashcards
You want me to remember everybody's name?
It's a good 2026 goal.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
right. How about finish my pilot's license? That's my
There you go. There's a
2026
good goal. All right. The Smithfield School Committee officially accepted the resignation of the school superintendent. This took place last night.
I missed
the
it. I
night
missed
before.
it when she
The night
resigned.
before.
I missed that
over the
whole
weekend.
situation.
Slipped
Oh,
it in
okay.
real quick.
Yeah.
It might have been last Friday. No, that's what I was thinking. Last Friday, that's when the story came out that it's going to be the resignation. I thought, well, that'll be the big story on Monday. And then everything else happens.
Yeah.
So that's going to be lucky for her. It gets pushed way to the back burner.
Do you think they asked her to retire, or did she just resign? Or
It
did
just
she
does
lot of
not
scrutiny.
say.
A lot of scrutiny. And this has been years of scrutiny, but I think the extra pressure.
Right.
But she's been on paid leave, so
For
I
the
think
last
at some
month.
point it was going to...
Either come
Yeah.
back or
go.
Yeah.
There was no other disciplinary action taken on those kids, right?
No. Now the school committee chair, Richard Iannatelli, he has been quoted saying that Bart mishandled the investigation into the allegation of the anti-Semitic student hazing incident right from the get-go.
I think she made a decision and then she totally reversed the decition 24 hours later,
which is wrong.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't.
Either investigate it and take your time making the decision, or make it and stick with it.
But Dave was telling me, he's like, maybe she got suckered into small town politics. Smithfield's a small town, and the movers and shakers in town got to her and said, "Oh, you can't do this to my child. He's a wonderful person." Blah blah blah. Okay, I'll just reverse it. Hindsight. We said this yesterday. Hindsight's always 20/20. If she'd come out and said, "Okay, not suspended for the rest of the season, suspended for the next game," everything would have been fine.
Yeah,
Maybe
there would have been some. At least there would have been some accountability.
They would have grumbled because it was senior night. No, we're going to miss that. Blah blah blah. Okay, well, too bad. You did bad things, and you got consequences. But one game, maybe that should have been it, and she could have stuck to it.
Well, hopefully the state will come up with some sort of a anti-hazing.
I think that's being looked at, and
it takes the small town politics out of it.
Well,
although it puts the
consistent.
statewide politics in it, but
it makes it consistent across the board. But I think small town politics do end up influencing outcomes, and I will share that my understanding is there's been at least, I think, 3 high school principals in the last 8 years at Smithfield High School. So they've had a lot of turnover. We recently hired actually their last
Smithfield
principal.
has had a lot of athletic directors come and go.
Yes. There's been a lot of moving around.
They stay for like 4 months.
Yeah.
And then they go. It's like something's in the water.
Well, nobody could have beat
Smithfield.
Tony Terry. Yeah, there was Tony was like the best athletic director. He was there when I was in high school. Then became Mr. Ewart. He was amazing. You had some like real historic good folks, and then the new people come in, but I go back to living also in a small town myself. Parents drive a lot, and intimidation is a real thing, and I'm going to leave it at that. But I think that I won't say that the superintendent was influenced. I won't go into all of that. We won't make that a part of this conversation, but I think it was time for her to go based on so much changeover with leadership in the principal positions at the high school. Kind of makes you feel like,
how long was she superintendent?
They weren't supported in their role, and that she was easily persuaded by the town.
How
she's been there a long time. My understanding is,
okay.
Yep. So, and looked at for a long time and criticized for a long time. So I think it was her time for change.
Yep, time for change.
Yeah.
Well, it does happen. All right, bizarre story. You want to? This is just
bizarre
weird.
in a good way or bizarre in a bad way?
No, it's kind of right down the line. Fairbanks, Alaska, is halting snow removal operations. Now, you think they'd get a lot of snow.
Yeah.
And we really need to remove the snow from the streets. You know why they're doing it? And this is even funnier. It's too cold.
Oh. Well.
It's too cold there. And the city officials say the equipment's at risk of damage when the weather gets too cold.
Okay.
Snow removal efforts are stopped when the temps drop to 30 degrees below zero. That's cold.
That is cold.
That is cold.
Imagine what the wind chill factor
And
was.
so, folks are asked to keep the right-of-ways clear for plows when they are ready to go. So, go out and shovel
So
those
if the
sidewalks.
average temperature is below 30 below, it's not melting.
Well,
so it's
no.
just a big ice block of a town.
Why wouldn't you invent equipment that could handle that?
Maybe they've tried.
I'm like
I don't
envisioning
know.
a wall of snow, like
right
6 feet high, not getting plowed
and now
because
I
they
gotta-
just keep letting it build up.
How do I get to work?
It's
Nobody's
not going to
plowing my
melt,
streets.
so they
Snow
can't get out
machines.
till spring. What's
Snowmobiles.
happening?
You have a snowmobile.
Yeah.
I really need a visual on this. What town was that in Nebraska?
It's
Anchorage.
Fairbanks.
Fairbanks. Oh.
Fairbanks.
So they just know when it gets too cold, we're not removing the snow. You're on your own.
Well,
so there you go.
I do want to let you know before it leaves my my memory bank. We were talking off air about Christmas movies that you have to see and Christmas shows and all the things. And as I'm trying desperately to convince Joe to talk positively and like have some positive stories to share on the air this morning, I wanted to offer a really lighthearted, kind of cheesy, but who cares? It's like rated G show on Netflix. It's like 30-minute little episodes, and it stars. Do you remember the guy, Mr. Bean?
Yes, Rowan Atkinson.
And you haven't seen him in anything in forever,
No,
right?
he's always
So
in England,
he
but
stars
he's so
in this,
funny,
and it's
though.
just his body language is just funny, right?
Yes,
like he's
he's a
just that
riot.
kind of like
gangly,
like a physical comedian,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so he stars in it, and I have to tell you, I've watched it with my I feel adult teen children, whatever, and rated G, PG, whatever. It doesn't matter.
That's fine.
3 episodes in, we
So
think
what's
it's
the name
great.
of
Okay.
I think it's Man versus Baby, but it's
Okay.
Christmas based,
Is
and
it-
unlike
Is it from England?
Unlike
It must be.
Unlike
Die Hard?
Die Hard.
it's not just because
Your
there's
husband is correct.
a tree in the background.
Your husband is correct.
There's a nativity scene.
Listen to him. He's a
there's-
wise man.
The baby that stars in it was baby Jesus in the nativity scene. There was actually like Christmas influences in this show,
I think
All right.
making it a
Nick is right.
Christmas show. I can't.
Well, be on the lookout. There's a new eating disorder.
Oh.
Yes. Orthorexia is what it's called, and it's on the rise. Now, therapists say that unlike bulimia or anorexia, which involve trying to change the shape of your body, orthorexia involves an obsession with so-called, quote, clean eating. That may sound healthy, but eating disorders experts say it's not. A person who's orthorexic sometimes avoids eating entire food groups, which can lead to nutrition deficiencies.
You mean like vegans?
Digestive issues, and not getting enough calories for the body to function properly. Therapists blame the increase in this new eating disorder on social media, which they say puts out a lot of misinformation about fad diets.
Shocking.
So it's just like those things, I'm only going to eat this is Susan Day, back in the Partridge Family days, before your time, Melissa. You know,
I remember the part, but
okay.
I didn't watch it.
But
I remember it.
she wanted to be extremely thin, as all girls want to be extremely thin. So she was on the I'm only eating carrots diet. Okay, did you ever hear about this?
That. Yeah, vaguely remember.
Okay,
that.
the problem was after a couple of weeks, the producers went to her. I think Danny
She was turning
Bonaduce went to her.
orange.
She was turning orange. Your skin is turning because that's all she was eating.
Yeah, that's the because.
So it's a form of this kind of disease because you're only eating one thing and it's not good for you.
This is what I worry about with all of the diets right now and all of the morphing and all of the Ozempics and all the everything and all the everything's that's out there. We're getting back to what the 80s and early 90s were with being
Pencil
a size
thin,
zero
yeah.
and girls achieving this look because famous people are all desperate fad diets and all the things. But I think you're also you're messing with your system, your body. I even victim of doing keto for a couple years. This is about 5 or 6 years ago, and I think I royally screwed up my body as a result. Your body needs balance. You need all the things.
Yeah.
Like you need the grains, you need the vegetables, you need the dairy, you need the meats. Like you need. Maybe not meat. I'll take that out of that. But everything else you need
protein,
for your
though.
body to. You can find protein in other areas.
You
but
can.
and I'm
Fish.
not. And I'm not a vegetarian. But I'm just saying maybe that one component seems to be the still question mark. But you need all those other balances just to. Who cares if you're a size zero or not? Your body needs to be healthy. Feed your body.
Well, I think
it's crazy.
Joe said it in that story. Social media. I think social media does it, and I applaud.
this is the best thing.
I applaud Australia for. And it was Australia and New Zealand who outlawed social media for anybody under the age of 16.
We just talked about
it's
that.
New Zealand.
Yep.
Outlawed it.
Yeah.
Like,
I
sorry,
love it.
you can't have
I
it.
love
I'm
it.
like,
It's
that's
they heard
fantastic.
the show. It's like they heard us for the last year talking about.
Well,
social
it'll be
media needs to
interesting.
go.
It'll be interesting to see the results of doing that, and then give it a year or so, and then see if other countries adopt that. I mean, we'll never do it in the United States because there's too many political.
Well, our
influences
president
and
loves
money,
social media,
monetary-
so
Yeah.
we're not having any
Who,
time
that
soon.
guy? Yeah. So yeah, I applaud. I guess New Zealand for making that law, and they said it. They knew it wasn't going to be popular, but oh well. You're you're 16 or under. You don't get a voice.
You don't
yet.
get it. That's right. Yeah.
And it needs
The
to
problem
be
is-
decided for you because when you are a parent and you are the only parent not allowing your kid to have it, we talked about this extensively.
You're the bad guy.
You're the bad guy, but you're also, because that's the only form of communication these kids have now to make plans on the weekends, whatever, you're eliminating their social potential to even get together with other people because they don't have a way to have
phone call.
my 15-year-old, I don't think I've shared this. My 15-year-old has a friend whose mom.
No social media?
No phone.
No phone. Okay.
No phone. So they went to like a private school for many years, entered high school, decided, okay, she needs to go to school, whatever. So for the last year or so, I've been friends with this girl. When I tell you the challenges of getting together, and I don't have the mom's number, I just meet her whenever there's like, pictures before a dance or something like that. But she only has one mom as her contact. So it's almost like you have to go through
the mom
that
first.
mom to ask that mom to get together, or to have like that friend come in the car to go to the movies, whatever it is.
Wow.
It's hard. It's challenging. But in some ways, I'm like, I kind of wish I thought like
Right.
it is
How in
intimidating.
the world did we do that before?
Tim, we did it before as kids.
I know, but you know what, Joe? We had the luxury of being able to go outside at any hour of the day,
Yeah.
without worrying about getting
100%.
taken off the street. Go up to our friend's house, stay out until the lights come on, because that was the signal, and then you go home.
But I remember getting together, on the phone with the kid, with the four of us.
Yeah.
We want to go to the movies.
Yeah.
Can you go?
Yeah.
Can you go? Can you go?
Right.
Let me all get back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, whose parent can
Right.
drive
Right.
to get us?
How
there?
many
And it was-
times it
And it was all done over the phone.
Right. A lot of people don't have landlines.
or you would make your plans before you left school on Friday.
Well, that was another one.
like
Yeah.
you kind of had your
You had
mapped
to.
out
Yeah.
plan. But it's
Yeah, we're meeting tonight at 7 or
Right.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, see you all there.
I
See you
bet
there.
you can still recite. I saw a meme about this, but I bet you can still recite because I know I can. My best friend's house phone numbers, landlines.
Oh, I can't.
I
No,
can. I
that
can still do
cannot.
it, but at least 3 of them.
333-5508.
Oh, we're
That's one.
sharing them on
Is
the
your-
air.
is
Tim,
your-
Well, no, it's not. They're not there anymore, and that is in there. They're all.
I know my home phone number from my
I know my
childhood,
home
but I don't
phone.
know my friends' phone numbers. No, that I
but you
can't
just
remember.
like at that. I don't even know my own kids' phone numbers because I just hit a button that
Yeah.
goes right
That's
to them.
the problem.
That's,
I
That is
have
the
not
problem.
committed the phone numbers to memory. So every time somebody
Yep.
says, "Hey, what's the phone number?" You go,
hang on for a
hang
minute.
on a minute.
Yeah.
That's another 2026 goal. We're gonna learn our
memorize
kids'
phone numbers?
I need to know
Oh.
someone other than my husband's.
My daughter's
That's
ends
right, I
in
know my wife's.
7002. That's all I can remember.
I-
Ben and Alex have no idea.
All right, we're going to take a break here in the Coffee and program, but more still coming up. So, Tim, time for a second message from Navigant Credit Union.
Yeah, you know, Joe, I mentioned that the credit unions get 470-something employees now, and it's a big staff, but it's important, and I don't think it gets publicly acknowledged enough, that we have a great team at the credit union, and they all work really hard, from the front line staff that you all see on a regular basis to the back office team that helps make your loans process smoothly, that the research gets done that you need when you have questions, that the security that you experience at the credit union means your money is safe and sound, and if there's problems, we're there to assist you. It's a great organization. And yes, it has grown substantially in the past 10, 15 years. And it really is all designed to provide the best member experience that we can provide. But to do that, you need the best team to provide it. And I just want to thank everybody on the Navigant Credit Union staff. And when you're out there at a branch or you're talking to anybody on the phone, I'm just asking you to take a minute and thank the staff for all that they do for you and for the other members of the credit union, because they do need to hear thank you once in a while, and that they are appreciated. So if you have that moment in this season of giving, please thank your team. I'm not asking to give them a tip or anything like that, but a nice thank you is always sufficient.
Oh, I want a do-over for my second message. That was so good, Tim.
Save it for next week.
No, I'm not here.
Oh,
it won't mean as much in the new year.
Save it for 2 weeks. All right, more Coffee Ants coming up. Stay tuned.
ON 1240. Make Christmas extra special this year by ordering an incredible dessert from Wright's Dairy Farm. Christmas orders are being accepted at wrightsri.com right now through December 17th. Wright's has 3 different pre-made cookie trays for any size gathering. Each has over 10 varieties of cookies, plus top cakes including strawberry shortcake, limoncello, bûche de Noël, and Wright's exclusive Dubai chocolate cake, and perfect for Christmas, limited edition glass eggnog bottles available while supplies last. Visit wrightsri.com or stop in today at Wright's Dairy Farm, 200 Woonsocket Hill Road, North Smithfield, for the perfect Christmas dessert.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Oh no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
ON Radio.
Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Smith and Tim Draper. And we got a note called in, 766-1240, on a completely different note. Tigers, lions, and leopards are classified as big cats. Okay? Why are not jaguars, mountain lions, and all the rest of the cat family? Do you know why? I actually have the answer is here.
What's
no, it's not a riddle. It's why are tigers, lions, leopards, they're big cats, but not the others? And the reason is, you want to know why?
I would love to.
Because the lions and tigers and leopards, they can roar. Jaguars, mountain lions are smaller cats because they can't or they don't roar.
Really?
So it's a...
So yeah.
So it's the loudest person.
It's a biological thing.
Huh.
So there you go. Now you can pass it around at Christmas. A little more information.
Little useless trivia.
Useless trivia. That's right. How about this? New data shows.
I don't mean that to call listener. I apologize.
20% of older drivers admit to driving while high on marijuana.
Oh, this is a big issue.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Researchers reported findings in the journal Drug and Alcohol Dependence show 20% of those 50 and older went behind the wheel at least once in the last year while high. The study involved a survey of more than 3,300 people, so a pretty decent amount. Lead researcher Erin Bonar says there's been a lot of effort to reduce driving while high among young people, but findings show it is a cross-generational issue.
So there was just a story about Massachusetts, I think, trying to pass a law that allows for community smoking.
Cannabis cafes.
Cannabis cafes.
And it passed. And they're coming.
So are they allowed to serve alcohol at the cannabis cafe as well?
I was asked that, and I'm not sure.
Good question.
Because they have to consume the cannabis on the property.
Yeah, but then they got to get in a car and drive home.
I know. And it was voted 4-0. Like, this is the greatest thing that we've ever done in
Is
Massachusetts.
it like a modern day hookah bar? Is that what it is?
Something like
hookah
that.
bars
Maybe.
used to be
Does
questionable.
does hookah have the same effect on your?
No, it's supposed to be like a chill type. I don't actually know.
Well,
I never went
also
into hookahs,
we were
but like
questioning that.
You can make the
flavored.
argument
If you're
nicotine
calling it a
does,
cafe, do you get food? Can you have drinks? And is alcohol involved? And here's a little cannabis on the side. And then go outside and get in the
I
car
think
and drive home.
what they're probably trying to do is, there's like no smoking in any restaurants, right? You can't smoke even in Rhode Island.
No,
you can't smoke in a
you
restaurant.
But you can have like a hookah bar.
Right,
Would
but
this
that's
be that?
specific for that.
Would
That's
this
what I'm
be
thinking.
specific
They're
enough?
trying to single. Like you can go into a cigar bar.
That's right.
And,
Now, I'm thinking
and have a drink.
The last I heard,
but you can have a drink at a cigar bar too.
Yes. Now these cannabis places are closer to Boston, where I think they're going to open up. So maybe they think people are going to walk home, or take the T.
Maybe Uber.
or Uber. I don't know.
I would
don't
like
know.
to see
It's
a
not
lot of
great
energy
idea.
put into DUIs and driving.
I guess my question is, we spent
know,
so much time and effort into the anti-tobacco
Yep.
lobby, right? I mean, try to get cigarette smoking to stop because it ruins your lungs, it causes lung cancer, blah 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 blah. And those things were filtered.
Yep.
Marijuana is not filtered,
Not
is it?
filtered.
And you're sucking that smoke directly into your lungs. Doesn't that have the same impact?
Whether it's even that or it's the edibles, like whatever, however you're getting your
Cannabis,
dose of
yeah.
marijuana. I'm more worried about the fact that we haven't figured out how to measure what is too much. Because we've talked about in this area, you drive up 146 and you're just surrounded. The aroma is just so intense. But I was even driving up towards Worcester on 146 not long ago, and the car in front of me was going obnoxiously slow. Like 25, 30 miles an hour. Like, you're coming up in the slower lane and you're like, whoa, like, why are they going so slow? So you kind of go around it in the cloud of weed coming at me. And then you look and you're like, there's 6 people packed into a car and they can't see out their windows because of all the smoke. And then you notice they're kind of swerving in and out of the lane a little, and how do you, there's no measure tools still detected
We always,
for what's too much.
We always laughed when we were teenagers when we went to go see the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High because Jeff Spicoli would open up the van door.
Yep. And
The
all
three of them would tumble out along with the smoke.
Yep.
And so now
Cheech and Chong movies.
Cheech and Chong movies, and now it's just normal.
Yeah.
that this happens. Anyway, on to something a little lighter. The number one Christmas song on Billboard Magazine's Global 200.
Oh, I know.
What do you think it is?
It's Wham's. What is it? This
It's a song.
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas is
I had to
correct.
sing
They
it.
had the first, number one for the first time.
Right. He's been dead for how many years?
Quite a number of years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And but the song was done in 1984.
Yep.
Actually, by Wham, George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley, heading the list for the first time after reaching the new number 2
Finally
high
dethroned.
on the U.S.-based Billboard
The
Hot
Queen.
100 last week. Last Christmas is at the top of the charts with 95.3 million streams. That's how they count them.
Yeah.
And 5,000 sold worldwide from December 5th to the 11th.
Where's Mariah in that?
She's number 2. The song is the second holiday hit to reign since the Global 200 began in September 2020, and Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You has ruled for a chart record 19 weeks since that December.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Mariah is
I always
number
like last
Still a
2.
fan of Kenny and Dolly, just saying.
Oh, yeah,
Most
that's a good
magical
one.
Christmas
Yep.
album ever.
Yeah, they did.
Drives
do a
my
nice
kids
job.
crazy, but I don't care.
Do you have Harry Connick Jr.'s?
Yeah, that's
There-
a good
I
one.
have a-
That's
so
a
we-
great.
It's really.
That's
Does
a
he
great
get
one.
2 of them now, or does he go?
Oh, I only have one.
I have the
I
first
enjoy his
Yeah.
as a Christmas artist. There's certain people that are in my Christmas bucket.
Yeah.
Michael Bublé, obviously, and my other one is Brett Eldridge, and I'm seeing him this weekend at the Wang
Oh,
for the
cool.
Christmas show.
Wow.
And I can't wait. But there's just certain people that I think are becoming like Andy Williams-ish to me.
Well, you know,
they just
Michael
have that
Bublé is
one
becoming
niche.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who's very good is it's going to sound weird. And this is another thing you won't know about me until now, but Donny Osmond has a Christmas album that's really good.
When did he make it?
A long time ago.
Okay.
But it's very good.
All right.
He's got a lot of great songs on it.
Wow.
Another one is
Wow.
another one that is really good is the Brian Setzer Orchestra.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
It's good.
Awesome.
Yes. I
And
agree
it's
with that.
do you know he's recovering? I should say.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
He had some kind of autoimmune thing with this, and it affected his hands. He couldn't even tie his shoes. Never mind
no
play the
idea.
guitar.
Yeah.
So he's still
wow.
recovering for that because people will say because he used to come around. He used to come to Foxwoods
Yeah.
with the whole big band.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I said I
Brian
really
Setzer
want to see
Orchestra.
this show some year, but he hasn't been able to do it because he's been sick.
Yeah.
So But yeah, if you catch it on, watch it on YouTube, there's it's an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. Just great Christmas tunes, all done big band style.
Yeah.
And him on his electric guitar. That's a lot.
I told you we saw
fun.
Straight No Chaser, right?
No.
Oh yeah, we
They're
saw them
very
last
good,
2 weeks ago
maybe
at
you
Mohegan
did.
Sun.
You did. I think you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
fantastic show. Those guys are amazing.
Yeah.
When are you in your office much for the next couple of days, or are you on the road?
I'm
most of the time?
on the road today, most of today, but I'm in the office tomorrow and Friday.
I like to shake up my Christmas variety of what I'm listening to in the office. I have a
Yeah.
couple of important projects due, so it's got to be it can't be Mariah Carey-ish, Kelly
Yep.
Clarkson-ish, loud. It's got to be
more calm.
I love my Piano Guys mix.
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
the
a
Piano
couple
Guys.
Christmas albums. Just put them on shuffle with Alexa, and it just makes you so happy because it's you got it in the background, you hear it, you feel it, you got the mood going, but you're able to focus.
Just get the Donny Osmond album. You like
I don't know about
And
Donny
anything by
Osmond.
Big Bad Voodoo Daddy is
Big Bad
also,
Voodoo
is also very good. All right, state wildlife. Another good story for you, Melissa. Okay, state wildlife officials have helped free an entangled right whale off the coast of Georgia. I like when things like
yay.
this happen.
Yeah.
Officials with the Department of Natural Resources, along with officials from Florida, spent 2 days earlier this month trying to free the whale known as Division from fishing gear in the ocean.
Jeez.
The Georgia coast is known as calving ground. Calving grounds. Thank you.
They're making babies.
Right.
I think they spelled it wrong here for they forgot an F or something. Anyway, grounds for the rare endangered species. The whale is one of 380 right whales left in the world, and boy, that's not a lot.
How do you know there's 380? That's a pretty specific
Are they
number.
all tagged?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe they all are. It's like, I don't know. So
It's like the Star Trek 4 episode when they go get the
they
whales.
go, that's right.
Connect.
That's right. And if you know anybody in Kentucky, remind them that their residents are reminded that once Christmas is over, they can help fish species across the state by donating their real Christmas trees. Maybe the fish eat them?
Help?
Yeah.
Fish
The Kentucky
species?
Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources says it attaches environmentally friendly anchors to the trees and then submerges them underwater at various lakes and reservoirs across Kentucky to provide places for fish to feed, shelter, and spawn.
I've never heard of this.
Well, good for them. That's
The
a great
trees-
use of an old tree.
The trees can be donated right after Christmas, December 26th through January 16th, at more than 3 dozen sites across the state of
I
Kentucky.
feel like this is really important, and I feel like we should be doing this.
Yeah, that sounds like it's a great idea.
Well, I heard
Road
around
trip.
here
Let's
they always
go.
say, like, goats will eat anything. So if you
I know
donate your
it's-
tree to a goat farm,
Yeah.
they'll feed on the Christmas tree.
Well,
So
we
you can
used to always
do
put
that.
ours in our back lot, like the deer even
You know,
like them.
there's
But
sap in the tree, so it's sweet. So
Yeah, I
not that
guess.
the fish care about that, but I don't know. Interesting.
very.
Maybe the
I just
goats
liked
care
how you
about
said
it.
they latch to it and they pull it down.
Oh, yeah,
And
we
they
gotta-
have, like,
so
little,
we want
make
the
little
fish-
neighborhoods in all the branches.
We want the fish at the
I
bottom
love
of
it.
the bottom
I
of the
just like the
reservoir to
visual of this
get
whole
the
thing.
food
Fish
too.
skyscraper.
All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much. We want to wish Melissa Smith a Merry Christmas. She's going to have the next 2 weeks off.
I know. Does that mean you're here next week?
I'm going to be in there.
We're going
I'm
to pull him
feeling
in.
guilty.
That's okay.
I'm
We're
feeling
going to
guilty.
do the milk fund auction, and Tim will be here to help. So
Yeah.
All right, that's
So-
okay. I'll back away.
But you
I'll let
can-
you have your
can-
spotlight.
Yeah.
Are you bringing a friend?
No, it's just me.
Just you.
But Tim will be here tomorrow for the milk fund auction too.
I will be here tomorrow for the
All
milk.
right.
You want to come and help? Because I lost my
we're-
helper.
We're bringing a
Oh,
friend for you.
you got a friend? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I just.
I'd have to phone a friend. So you're
Wow.
you're done. Get out.
Jennifer Jolliker is coming in.
Oh, good.
Tomorrow
Yeah, yeah. I
with
don't think
you.
I've ever
so-
met her.
No.
I've
I
heard
mean,
a lot
I'm
about
sure
her,
she's
but
not
I've
better
never
than
met
me, but it's totally fine, Jennifer. I got asked and then I got canceled.
Well, you know,
It happened twice now.
Competition.
You know,
All
you
right.
are my
Just kidding.
you're my bestie here,
All
Melissa.
right.
So.
Well, thanks for coming in today, Melissa.
Good to see you. Merry Christmas, everybody,
Merry
and
Christmas,
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Tim, thanks for
Merry
being here.
Christmas. Thanks, Joe. Enjoy the God-given day, everybody.
All right. This is Joe Callahan. We'll talk again during the milk fund auction today at 4 here on ON Radio. Stay tuned for Gary Smith of the crew coming up after the news.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at